Israel has done something that has shocked the world and gotten everyone talking again. But what's the backstory to this startling fact? What bearing does it have on the past and potential future of the country? Come with us as we explore the unknown and peel back the layers of this fascinating occurrence. Is this a watershed moment, a brilliant strategic move, or something completely unexpected? Prepare to have your assumptions tested as you delve into Israel's mystique. The trip of a lifetime taken by a group of Christian believers to Israel has sent shockwaves throughout the world and ignited dialogues about religion, exploration, and the search for deeper spiritual connections. The trip was described as the journey of a lifetime. This trip, which was conducted with the intention of delving deeper into the origins of their faith, has not only been a private initiative, but has also attracted the attention of people all over the world. This diverse group of Christian faithful embarked on a journey that would take them to the very center of their religious history. They came from all different parts of the world to take part in this pilgrimage. Their final goal was the Holy Land, a region that Christians all over the world considered to be of the utmost importance. Their mission was very obvious as they traveled through the historic landscapes. They were going to follow the footprints of Jesus Christ and explore the places that had once been witnesses to the miracles and teachings that he performed. As new pictures and accounts of their trip emerged, the shock waves continued to be felt. This was more than simply a typical pilgrimage. Rather, it was an in-depth exploration of the complex web of biblical history. The tourists experienced feelings of wonder as they prayed at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, contemplated life while strolling along the placid shores of the Sea of Galilee, and stood in the shadow of the Western Wall. Their interactions with locals, who came from a variety of different backgrounds and believed in a variety of different things, brought depth to their comprehension of the complexity of the place. The world was taken aback by the level of oneness that was displayed throughout this pilgrimage. This group represented a shared human experience by transcending differences in the name of their shared faith, in the midst of a world that is frequently divided along the lines of religion and culture. Their participation in interfaith discussions and engagement with the people around them served as evidence of their dedication to the promotion of understanding and harmony. Images of these pilgrims, representing a rich tapestry of different ethnicities and cultures, walking side by side in the same direction as they sought to advance their spiritual development, were all over social media and the press. This trip had an unanticipated domino effect, which led to conversations about the significance of investigating one's own views, as well as the possibilities for increased cooperation between people of different faiths. These Christian believers showed the world that their trip to Israel was about more than merely seeing historical landmarks. It was about embarking on a personal and community transformation while under the watchful eye of the world. Because of the shockwaves they sent coursing through global conversations, we are reminded that faith has the potential to overcome gaps and challenge assumptions. The account of this pilgrimage reminds us that the human spirit has the power to transcend divides and go on adventures that not only transform individuals, but also leave an everlasting impact on the international stage. This is an important lesson to learn at a time when the news so frequently focuses on dividing people from one another. Christians and non-Christians alike were left astonished by the historical and spiritual ramifications of the astounding find that was the uncovering of the Pool of Siloam in Jerusalem. For a very long time, the pool, which is listed in the Bible as the location where Jesus healed a blind man, has been the topic of speculation and controversy among academics and religious devotees. During the course of an excavation, archaeologists discovered an ancient pool, and the world was immediately intrigued by the pool because of the direct connection it gave to biblical tales. Those who adhere to the Christian religion and regard the Bible as a holy book were most affected by the revelation. For them, the discovery of the Pool of Siloam was more than just an archaeological find. It was a living testimony to the miracles and teachings that Jesus Christ performed. Believers considered this discovery as a chance to enhance their faith and deepen their understanding of the historical framework in which key events occurred. They also saw this discovery as an opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of the historical context. The pool shed light on the day-to-day life of people in ancient Jerusalem, providing a glimpse into their habits as well as the significance of water supplies in the society that they lived in at the time. The sophisticated architectural design of the pool drew the attention of both industry professionals and average people alike. The ability of humans living in that age to construct such a big and complicated water reservoir is evidence of the sophisticated level of knowledge they possessed. This engineering expertise was displayed during that historical period. Discussions regarding ancient engineering skills, urban planning, and water management systems were spurred as a result of the finding. This discovery highlighted the ongoing debate between science and faith by revealing how historical evidence can powerfully cross with religious beliefs. Christians and non-Christians alike were astounded by the historical, cultural, and spiritual significance of the discovery of the Pool of Siloam in Jerusalem. People from all walks of life were captivated by the pool due to the relationship it had to biblical narratives and the insights it provided into ancient culture. This incredible discovery has not only helped many people grow in their faith, but it has also highlighted the need for historical research to gain knowledge of the intricate web that is human civilization. In the annals of biblical history, the Pool of Siloam has a significant place. It will forever be carved into the accounts of miraculous healing and divine intervention because of its significance. The reservoir is located at the center of Jerusalem. The Gospel of John tells the story, which is a tale of compassion and transformation that has reverberated down the years. The blind man, who had become isolated due to his condition and had resigned himself to a world of darkness, found himself on the cusp of an experience that would forever change his life. Jesus, a famous figure and healer, went up to the man and approached him with an aura of compassion that defies explanation. As the man born blind obeyed Jesus' command and made his way to the Pool of Siloam, the atmosphere was solemn and subdued with expectancy. The backdrop was dramatic. The name of the pool held importance in and of itself, as it is derived from the Hebrew word for sent. It was said that a message of heavenly rescue, a promise of rejuvenation and healing, was held within the waters of Siloam. A remarkable transformation took place as the blind man buried himself in the waters of the pool. His eyes were suddenly able to see clearly and vividly, although for years before he had been plagued by cloudiness that obscured his vision. The Pool of Siloam became the pool's location within the holy grounds of Jerusalem's famous temple, gave it special significance as a place of ritual cleansing for the thousands of devout worshippers who visited there every year. Its sparkling waters represented more than simply a physical reservoir. They represented a spiritual route toward purity and connection with the divine, reflecting the commitment of the seekers. They were able to purify not only their physical selves, but also their minds and souls in the pool before entering the presence of their God. Pilgrims can wash away the dirt of their journeys and the stress of daily life with each refreshing swim in crystal clear waters. People felt spiritually reborn after being washed clean by these waters, which were thought to have inherent powers of cleansing and renewal. The pool, set among jaw-dropping architecture, exuded an air of quiet seriousness. The pleas and petitions of countless people seeking comfort and heavenly favor echoed off its waters as the gentle breeze caressed them. Because of their strong convictions, the act of cleansing itself became a sacrament, a direct link between their earthly lives and the spiritual realm they respected so deeply. The pool was more than just a place to get clean. It was a symbol of the unwavering strength of faith and the boundless depths of devotion. A symbol of hope and redemption because it was a site where the miraculous and the everyday came into contact with one another. The healing of the blind man was a demonstration of the limitless mercy and grace that Jesus symbolized, and it provided comfort to others who were struggling under the weight of their misery. The miracle that took place inside the depths of the Pool of Siloam had been preserved as a physical reminder of the Pool of Siloam over the centuries. It serves as a constant reminder of humanity's capacity for renewal and the possibility of overcoming the constraints that hold us back. This excavation was crucial to Jerusalem's history, since the Pool of Siloam is a sacred water reservoir. The Pool of Siloam, built during the Second Temple period over 2,000 years ago, is mentioned in many religious sources, including the Bible, where Jesus heals a blind man. The need to learn more about that era's architecture, water management, and daily life prompted the comprehensive excavation of this site. Archaeologists and IAA professionals are carefully excavating centuries-old muck and detritus. This dig will reveal how the pool was built, watered, and used in the old city's infrastructure. Additionally, the excavation should reveal socio-cultural customs, religious ceremonies, and urban planning from the time. The Pool of Siloam excavation is difficult. The delicate artifacts and constructions demand caution to avoid harm. The excavation site's proximity to modern infrastructure causes logistical hurdles for the team. As the excavation continues, anticipation increases for discoveries that could change our knowledge of Jerusalem's history. The project strengthens the region's cultural legacy and contributes to intellectual discourse, allowing inhabitants and visitors to connect with the past. The IAA's dedication to preserving and revealing the Pool of Siloam's ancient treasures assures that future generations can marvel at their predecessors' inventiveness. History and spirituality meet at the Pilgrim's Road excavation site, where the ancient Jewish pilgrimage path crosses. As archaeologists carefully dig layers of the past, weathered stones that once rang with fervent pilgrims' footsteps fill the air with expectation. These roads connect generations past, giving the team a sense of purpose. Ritual baths, market stalls, and residences slowly emerge from the dust and rubble, revealing the daily lives of centuries-old travelers. Each finding adds to the faith and dedication story, connecting past and present. As the excavation continues, the site honors the individuals who walk this hallowed road and the ageless human desire for meaning. Political and territorial tensions have boiled over as excavations on Palestinian land revive ownership and control conflicts. The excavation, which some say is for archaeological research, has sparked long-standing disputes about historical narratives and territorial rights. Both parties support their assertions with historical precedent and legal interpretations. International mediation is ongoing, but unpredictable politics, culture, and territorial interests have escalated the dispute. The excavation has unintentionally sparked geopolitical debates over the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Thanks for watching. For more, kindly subscribe to our channel.